Good afternoon. My name is Daniel Martinez de la Vega. I'm an employment lawyer in San Francisco, California, and I'm just going to briefly talk about retaliation, what that is in the workplace. Specifically, you should look at Jury Instruction 2505. It's labeled Retaliation under Government Code Section 12940H. And what this jury instruction, and you can find it on courtinfo.c.gov, this jury instruction is actually what the judge would instruct, would actually say to the jury before they went and deliberated on your case. So after your jury trial was done, before the jury made their decision, they would hear this, and they would hear this specific section. What I would like to point out first is what the jury instruction says of what retaliation is. Specifically, it says, retaliation is it states it is unlawful to retaliate against a person because the person has opposed any practices forbidden under Government Code Section 12900 through 12966, or because the person has filed a complaint, testified, or assisted in any proceedings filed under FEHA. And what this basically means is that if you make a complaint in the workplace, let's say, for example, you were sexually harassed, and you make a complaint to your boss, and two days later, you're terminated. Under California law, you have a right to make that complaint. And if you had a reasonable belief that you were being sexually harassed, then you can make that complaint. And you can't be terminated, fired, laid off, demoted. Under the law, it would be an something adverse would have had to happen to you in the workplace. And if something like that does happen to you, it could be construed, or you could argue that it is retaliation. And I use the example of sexual harassment, but it also could be under other areas of the law. For example, if you said there was no fire alarms in your office building, and your employer was upset enough that they terminated you within a day or two because you made this complaint about workplace safety, or the air in the office had that you reasonably believe that there was too many toxic fumes, or they weren't following certain EPA regulations. Retaliation can be broadly construed in not only under FEHA, but also under other state statutes and law under California. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact an attorney, and so they can assist you in this case.